leader of the fire starters.
And welcome back.
Exploder of Melvin under...
In the last video, we got access to red minions, so we're going to be getting some of them and going and exploring some of the places where we needed to be able to deal with fire. Mostly we'll still be using the brown minions, though. And here is one place where it does matter what your corruption level is.
My lord, now you've got rid of Melvin, the sheep are flourishing. Take as many as you like, sire. They're breeding faster than I can count them.
Oh, more sheepies!
So at the low corruption level, there are more sheep in the area, so it's a little easier to gain some life force. If you have a higher corruption, then instead you end up capturing this girl and 9 others from the area, and they all come and serve as servants in your tower.
The gods have surely smiled upon us lowly peons.
They have given us a way to escape our dark overlord. It must be a passage. A passage to heaven.
Do I get wings? I want wings! Do they have wings? Oh, I hope they have wings.
Come on, let's be free from this sheep-killing, pumpkin-smashing overlord.
That overlord can grow his own bloody food. I'm going where there's a halo with my name on it.
And wings! Don't forget the wings!
I had some wings once. Gave me a rash. However, sire, you have an evil domain to uphold. You can't just let your subjects wander off. It's bad for your image. Find out where they're going and stop them.
This is the entrance to the Raising Hell expansion, but like I said, we're going to need all 4 colors of minions to be able to go through it. So instead, we're going to be going through Spree. We'll be going out the west gate.
You and your creatures saved us some work. Careful. This is the only bit of farmland we've managed to save from the halflings.
But the crops won't be ready for months. We'll have starved by then.
Halfling patrols are still out there. We've seen them go into this old workshop. Think they're keeping something in there.
And they are keeping something in there, and it is something we're interested in. You just turn to the right here and go up the hill. And there, surrounded by the fire, is our first smelter. Smelters are used to create new weapons and armor and helmets. Unfortunately, this is the most useless. Not only is it the first one, so it will be the weakest if you compared them directly, but this is what we're already equipped with, so we won't really even be able to create a new helmet or armor.
I like objects.
It will give us the ability to imbue our equipment and switch weapon types if we want. You start with the axe, but you can also get a mace, which is slower and hits harder, and a sword, which is faster but not as strong.
Halflings! Close the gates!
Cowardly creatures! Quick, find another route, then decide how to deal with these worthless peons. Browns!
So we just have to take the smelter back, but they have closed off the town, so we can't go back the same way that we came.
These roots? Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
Darn elves can't keep their own forest under control.
These roots are strangling our crops.
The forest? It's gone crazy. That ain't natural, I'm telling you.
I've tried cutting them, setting them on fire. Nothing helps.
It's elf magic. I never trusted those pointy-eared layabouts.
And we could have triggered that cutscene before now, but I'd just never gone through this area. move my minions back there because just like when the brush catches fire, it kills the halflings instantly. It will kill your minions instantly also. So, since the reds had set that on fire, I need to try to keep them safe. And it looks like there's one more group of halflings up here. And I'm going to go ahead and use the slow spell here. Not really very effective, not something I'm going to be likely to use anymore, but I did want to at least show it to you once. It probably wasn't the best place to try to show it to you because this fight was such a short little one, but most fights in the game are, so I might try to show it to you again later, but I might forget to, so I was going to go ahead and use it while I was thinking about it. And we've got yet another little group of halflings to have to deal with here. And don't know if there are any more between us and the portal or not. This is Bob's farm, the guy that was strung up like a scarecrow. One of the very first things that we did in the game. And there's the portal, so it does not look like we have to deal with anything else. Go ahead and replace the handful of minions that I lost. And now let's go back and see why they haven't brought the smelter up yet. It may just be going kind of slow, but now I'm seeing I'm losing some minions, so I'm guessing that they have gone a different route and ran into a fight. And I have lost all of them. They must have gone this way. And there is another group of halflings here. And I'm even going to have to go and get more before I'm going to have enough to carry the smelter again. We're going to send one of those back so that we can pull out a second red from where they're so fragile. I don't want to just have one because he could die, and I'd like to have a spare one. And that is one reason to escort your minions when they're carrying something. I could have kept that from killing all of them, but I didn't realize that there was the other path. I knew there were the two different ways to go, but as I was going through, for some reason, I didn't see the other path, and so I thought I wasn't remembering it right.
Smelter, sire. More forging options are available.
So that puts a smelter in the tower. Going to go ahead and pick up another item before we go back to the tower, though. Since I won't be doing any real smelting here at first, all I'll be doing is potentially changing weapon types, maybe doing some imbuing. There's not going to really be any rush to go back and do it, so I'll probably just wait until whenever I just happen to be in the tower the next time. And now we'll go back over here into the halfling lands, because there was the one other item that we saw surrounded by fire back behind where Melvin was having his party. So we do know there's at least one more. There's some sleeping halflings. Almost walked right past them, not seeing them. I'm going to go ahead and replace the one I'm missing. No, well, I'm not missing one. This is a pretty good place to stop for the day. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and pick up the one other item, and then we're going to be headed to the castle.